Hi, it's Elaine with MCPS Technology. One last thing I'd like to show you in Google Spreadsheets is conditional formatting. Now that might sound like a weird title and you might be thinking, what the heck? But it's really quite useful. So I'm back in my classwork grades, and let's say I want a way to indicate when a student's doing really well and when a student's not doing so well. So I can highlight the numbers, and then I can add some conditions under which if one condition happens, then another condition happens. I'm about to show you what that means. So once I've highlighted the data that I want to work with, then I go up to Format and choose Conditional Formatting. So I have a couple of choices here. I can use a single color or a color scale. We're going to stick with single color because we're novices at this, and the color scale involves gradients and that kind of thing. So it's a little bit more complicated to set up, but I would encourage you to check that out once you get comfortable with the whole single color part. Okay, so here's my condition. So I want to format the cell if, and I have some more choices here. If I click, if it is greater than or equal to, and then in the value box, I'm going to put 93. So I want the cell to turn green. I'm just going to leave this default color if a student makes a 93 or above. Okay, so you can see already that this is happening in my data set. Then I want to add another rule. Okay, so let's say if it's less than a 70, I'm going to change my color this time so it'll stand out from the green, and I'm going to choose this shade of red, light red. Okay, so now that I have these two conditions, I'm going to say I'm done. So if I click back into my sheet, notice that everywhere a student has scored a 93 or above, it's green, and everywhere that a student has scored below a 70, then it's indicated in red. Now this can be a really useful way for me to just quickly see how my students are doing. And this is the neatest part. Like other things in Google Spreadsheets, it updates in real time. So if Isaac Newton redoes his adjective comic strip and he makes a 95 rather than a 55, watch what happens. His cell turns green. So how cool is that, right? So that's conditional formatting. I hope you'll check it out. It's really very, very useful and intuitive like other things in Google.